Hey OG, nice kicks. The channel about the kicks and nothing but the kicks. Raw and uncut. Keeping it 100 about these kicks I bought. This channel tells the story about the kicks. It focuses on the kicks and nothing but the kicks. Okay, let's do this. Welcome to the next episode of Hey OG, Nice Kicks. In this episode, we're going to talk about a collaboration of Air Jordan 1s and Air Force 1s. This is the Air Jordan 9 Air Force 1 collab. Before we get into this episode, I want to introduce my silent co-host, Baby Yoda. As you all know, Baby Yoda is the man, and I'll leave it at that. Okay, so we're going to get into this collaboration. And at first, when I went through my collection, I was thinking, hey, I'm not going to talk about these, there's nothing special about these. But then I thought about it again, and you said, it didn't take me, you talking about, let me finish the sentence. It didn't take me long to decide to do these because, I don't know if Jordan's ever going to do another Air Force, Air Force 1, Air Jordan Retro collaboration. So I figured I would at least add that to one of my episodes to talk about this collaboration. There's nothing really special about this shoe. There's really no major story behind this shoe. It's real simple. It's the Carolina colorway. And if Jordan comes out with any type of retro or any type of retro collaboration and the price is reasonable and it's a North Carolina colorway, it's an easy cop. To me, this is a fire collaboration. I love this collaboration. I love this shoe. As you can see, it's not DS. I have worn this shoe a few times. I'm not a huge fan of the Air Jordan 9 silhouette, the retro silhouette. But it's real simple. I purchased these shoes, got these for retail, of course. And I saw them in a Foot Locker, and I think it was a Foot Locker. Not that I'm advertising Foot Locker, that's where I think I got them from. And I was like, okay, Jordan and Air Force 1s. She's like, I love Air Force 1s. I'm an OG back in the day. Air Force 1s were the shoes you had to have back in the day if you couldn't get Jordans. And then they did a collabo with the Jordan, and then they went the Air Jordan 9. Again, like I'm saying, I'm not a Jordan 9 silhouette fan. It's an okay shoe. I do have another pair in my collection that I do wear from time to time. This shoe I think they did a good job with this collaboration. You have of course, the North Carolina colorway. On the tongue, you have the Jordan symbol with the Air Force 1 symbol. And I think you have the Air Force 1 bottoms with the Air Jordan 9 top. And they did a good job. And the Jordan silhouette on the back with Jordan 23 on the back, and fire shoe. I've worn these a few times. I don't wear them often. Only when I want to pull out my Carolina hat or one of my Carolina jackets. And interesting shoe. Hopefully Jordan does some other collaborations in the future. Like I said, when in previous episodes, when I do my reviews on these episodes, I really simply just pull them out the box and whatever comes to mind I talk about. And I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, maybe I'll keep these, or maybe this is something that I will donate. I don't know, because I just don't see with all of the other fire shoes that I have that I wear these much. The only reason I probably would keep these is because it's the only pair of Air Jordan Retro Air Force 1 collaboration shoes that I have. And like I stated earlier, I don't know if they're going to do this again, but if they did this again, I would hope they wouldn't do it with a 9. I'm trying to think if they could do it with a 1. Maybe they did that, I don't know. And maybe they did it with other silhouettes. And no, I'm not going to spend my time trying to go through that because there's more things in life that I want to learn about than if Jordan and Nike Air Force Ones had other collaborations. So I digress on that topic. This shoe is a comfortable shoe. It's not a shoe that I can think you can play basketball in. I've never really seen anybody play basketball in them, but if you can play ball, you can play ball in a pair of Chuck Taylors, a pair of old Converse canvas shoes. So when I say that, it's like I'm just talking about comfort level, and at my age, protecting your feet, making your ankles and just, when you take the shoes off after you finish playing, you can still walk when I'm talking about comfort. So with all that said, even though I'm not saying a whole lot about this shoe because I'm looking at it and there's not a lot of thoughts coming to mind, I'll show you these puppies on feet. And I was saying like I had something else to say. I'm trying to think. I have nothing else to say about this shoe. So please stand by, please stand by, please stand by, please stand by. So this is how these puppies look on feet. And I can honestly say when I was doing this episode, it was really hard to come up with something to say about these sneakers. And like I say, in all my episodes, I do not prepare for these episodes. I put the sneakers in front of the camera, press record, and whatever comes to mind is what you get. So I try to keep it as raw and authentic as possible. And I was thinking about these shoes. I'm thinking every time I go through to purge my collection to give some shoes away, this shoe always gets pulled out. And I think I've done this about 4 or 5 times where I pulled these out to give them away and I put them back. And I'm like, why do I keep putting these back? There's a reason. And I'm just going to follow my instinct and keep these for whatever reason I do not know yet. So time will tell. But because I don't see myself wearing these sneakers, because I have a few other Carolina colorway Jordan retros that I definitely would wear before I wear these. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why I still have these. But for some reason, every time I pull them out and I have them in a pile that I'm going to purge and give away, they end up going back into the collection. So I'm just going to follow my instinct. Sometimes you just have to wait for your purpose to come. And we're talking about sneakers, so that's not really a serious thing. But sometimes if you get that little tap on the shoulder, or you get that little instinct to not do something or to do something, sometimes just follow it and see what happens. And if it goes in a positive way, good. If it goes in a way in which you didn't expect, that's good too. So the main thing is if you can walk away from it, it's always good, whatever it is. So with that little snippet of what I would say wisdom, some would say bullshit, I'm going to close out this episode for these Air Jordan 1 collabo with the Air Force Ones and the Air Jordan 9s, North Carolina colorway. They probably feel some kind of way because every time I'm looking to purge, I'm trying to get rid of them. So maybe these shoes are feeling some kind of way. But it's a comfortable shoe. I don't know if you can find these to purchase these anymore. Maybe that's why I'm keeping them, because they're hard to find. So I said enough about something that I have really not a whole lot to say about. It's crazy, right? So with that said, peace.